So we'll start recording there just like that. Okay, so we'll just do very basic.
Yeah.
We'll do something like that. If you want mercenary young white branch, we'll get a good face detail here for kind of to be different. On his face of a true warrior here. Still not looking very good. Getting better here. There we go, that's pretty good. Alright. Well, let's start this up. For context, for anybody wondering, I have gotten to the final boss of this game without getting hit. Just for context, I am on keyboard and mouse. What else is like relevant? To be honest, I think that's honestly all of the relevant information. I've been doing this for probably about 1,000 hours. Give or take. Something like that. I'm gonna go past. You guys want gun here. I'll try and kind of give like a little bit of a narration as I go through. Keep it in. I am live on Twitch, I think, right now. There isn't really anything to say for that. It's not really surprising that. Low key, I'm not gonna lie for anyone watching. If you want to skip ahead, the first 30 minutes of this, low key, like until you get to the Abyss Watchers, it's pretty. I mean, actually, that's not really true. Like, at least for bosses, I'm saying, like the running areas themselves. The first, I would say they're pretty interesting. But I would say, in general, I would say the intensity of the running areas goes up quite a bit after the dancer. After the dancer, well, the dance, just in general, just everything about the run kind of shoots up once you get to the dancer, which is about 40 minutes in. For anybody wondering, it's about 40 minutes in.
and you there to pay for.
But there is a couple like just damage tester like bosses. Like one of the damage tester bosses, his name would be like Pontiff is a damage test, like see if you have enough damage. Crystal Sage is Deacon's like kinda is, but isn't it? Is weird. Probably like Sage and Pontiff. This is tied for the most important item. What this basically does is it's in there, but it basically attracts enemies to it, and it's like a trap, basically. It just keeps them there for a little while. Oh my god, it's awesome. Today's acting a little funky. Like I took 30 minutes to get ready. Holy God. Come on. Come on. I feel pretty dialed in. Not like the most I've ever felt, but I don't really need to be like for the first like 30, 40 minutes of the run, basically until I get to the answer. I can do this shit with like my eyes closed. So or actually shooting massive giant arrows. Okay, yeah, chill. This thing, the trick with this thing is you run into the wall for like a good couple seconds. Now that I said that it's a trick. Is kind of annoying, but again, I really don't think that the starting, and that's why I think this run is so hard, because the starting like 30-ish minutes is really like not too bad. I mean, it's still gonna whoop your ass if you like are casual or even a sweat. Like even if you are a sweat at this game, it'll still whoop your ass the first like couple weeks that you probably. Awesome, dude. What? I've never seen that before. He just stopped his attack. He was gonna run right off the cliff and stop. Yeah, get some. They just thought that dogs were too weak without the ability to infinitely chase after the victim. That's the only reasoning I can think of that will make sense for that. So we're going to go back now, we're going to grab some things. I'm going to grab a couple of things. Couple fire bombs. Grab and a dagger. And we gotta get some other stuff. Since I used a couple on the dog, I'll grab 10. The dagger is for basically skipping a lot of area. You know, if you played this game before, you know the sludge, where once you get in it, you're like super slowed and you fat roll. Well, basically, the dagger completely solves that problem. So for 300 souls, it's kind of a no-brainer. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of a no-brainer. And ever since I got to school, I've been a little bit rusty on some stuff. I'm not gonna lie. I was liking my odds a lot more back at my Grammy house. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was liking the odds a lot more when I was at my Grammy Reviews house and I was doing 2 runs a day. I don't know how, because my school actually technically hasn't started yet. I'm just at school. Now I'm at university. I don't know how, depending on how heavy my school is, if my schooling is not very heavy, which again, I hope it isn't. If it's not very heavy, I could see maybe like one a day maybe kind of thing. Like I could see that. I could see like a one a day. That would probably make the most sense. I'm not gonna lie, low key. It's like decently heavy. Probably like one every other days. Okay, cool. I don't understand why this enemy is a boss. This enemy's aggro does not reset. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why this enemy's aggro does not reset with bonfire, but it does not, so. Unfortunately, as well, again, this run is easy though. This run is very easy. The hardest boss in this run is the final boss. Debatably, the second hardest boss in this run is halfway through. And the third boss, the hardest boss in this run, is like 90% of the way through. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie. Basically, all the hardest stuff is like near the end. That's actually not true. That's a lie. The running areas of this game, I would say the hardest running areas are in the middle. I would say that the hardest running areas are 100% in the middle. They're all like in the middle. He spotted me, so we might have some trouble here. Honestly, there isn't a lot of Napoleons throughout the run. That's probably the biggest Napoleon moment. The other like biggest Napoleon moment is probably the Yorm glitch, because we do Yorm pretty late. We do Yorm like what, 85% of the way through. Runs about an hour 45. We do them at like 120, 121. We do them pretty decent. Basically, what the Yorm glitch is, for nobody, like for people who don't know, the Yorm glitch is basically Storm glitch is basically, just for people who don't know, you use the storm ruler on and he just doesn't give flying fluff. He just does not care. He gets hit and he just basically looks like he never got hit. It doesn't do damage. It doesn't stagger. So you could be in the middle of an attack. If you do this in the middle of an attack and the glitch happens, he will look like nothing happens and he'll probably just hit you. Because the storm ruler uses all your things. So if you use an attack, glitch happens, doesn't hit him. Out of stamina, can't dodge. That is a Napoleon. There's nothing we can do moment as well. There's one last one at the final boss, but it's like super hyper specific. So if you're doing this, I probably wouldn't worry about it. But basically what it is he summons the orbs that go above his head like he's in mage form. And then he switches forms, he still has the orbs. And he synchronizes attack right as the orbs are coming out, so that you land from your dodge, you get the orbs when you attack. Again, that is probably like 1 in a zillion chance of happening. If that happens to me when I get, oh my god, I'm just gonna like, I don't even know, bro. I'll probably just give up at that point. Unfortunately, I've gotten the Soul of Cinder before. I've gotten the Soul of Cinder before and I didn't. But like low key, it's kind of fine because I like doing this. So. Like if I beat it, I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I definitely would not be doing any more no hits. Okay, these guys are kind of close here. If this guy drops on my head, that does count as a hit. That actually nice. That happens. They drop on me. Like 1,000 something souls. And again, the way that we do the pathing for this run, we make it basically as easy as possible. Fast there, he just you need to know basically just everything. You just basically need to know everything about the game, all of the and that isn't even like a guarantee that you'll beat it. Like you need to know every little like niche secret and detail and like nitty gritty like thing about the mechanics of this game and the enemies and all that stuff. Sound cues, how long like I said, just because you know everything, that does not mean that it guarantees you success. Like, just straight up. I wish it did, trust me. Trust me, I wish it did. Actually, hold on, maybe I don't. Oh, fuck, I might be screwed here, low-key. I think I'm screwed. Yeah, I might be screwed. So we just gotta go basically through all three of those guys and just go for it. I made it work. I made it work. Normally I'm fine to be able to run there. Yeah, I guess I just went too soon. Or I went too far as well. Probably mix of both. I'll need to remember to buy 2 homing bones instead of 1. Okay, I mean that's our first close call of the run right there. Good that maybe we're getting it out of the way early, you know, who knows. I mean that though, that kind of stuff there, that is actually a thing that does determine how good of a player you are, how good of a runner you are, how you're able to deal with stuff when it doesn't go according to plan. That is a big... That's a very important thing. Another thing too, if anyone's watching this stream, I only have a singular monitor, so I cannot read the chat. So if you're typing stuff and I'm not responding and you're confused as to why, number one, that's the one reason. Another reason is also because I am doing this. Anyway, so I mean there probably would be a couple times. That 5% where I have a chill, there's a chill period or chill area or something like that, but or I'm just back at the hub or something like that, but yeah, it's about 5% of the time, maybe not even, something around there, ballpark. To be on the Abyss Watchers. Just gotta do a couple things here. This would be an example where I could read chat, but unfortunately I do not have a second monitor, so. Also do not have a face cam. I know that is like a must for some viewers.
Ashen.
Oh wait.
Okay, wait. Ashen.
I'll be fine for now. Next time I come back, I need to buy.
Not having a blood. You have to.
That's why we got the sharp gem and the coal. Sharp gem, believe it or
Pretty, be careful.
significantly influence your yo, look, I just phased out.
Well,
Look,
I deleted. Then take.
sorry to anyone who's wondering. Yeah, I just phased out there. If anyone's in this, I just phased out.
Farewell, Ashen One. Me.
Coming up to the Abyss Watchers here. Abyss Watchers is a pretty hard boss. I'm gonna cap. It's a pretty hard boss. It's definitely if you're somebody that's doing this kind of thing and you're like practicing it and stuff and you've gotten to this in a real run first, you're gonna notice compared to Vort and Judek's gun gear, this is a very, very big step up. There's a lot of little things you have to know. There's a lot of things you gotta look out for. There's just a lot of stuff that you gotta kind of be on the watch for. And you gotta know how to deal with gang situations. There will be times where you do just get unlucky and you got all three of them running at you. Now usually that doesn't happen, but that's what makes this boss possibly difficult, is because even though sometimes, like, most of the time that's the big that's the problem with, you know, there's so many little things a bad thing can happen that realistically there's probably going to be a couple bad things that just straight up. That's just makes sense, you know. Stuff like that, and then sometimes really do not like the lock-on system. Okay? Really do not like it as well. That's crazy. Holy shit. I just went for it there, I'm not gonna lie. I knew that was just gonna get AIDS as hell. Like all over again. I think this phase is significant. obviously harder than Gort or Judex Gundyr, so. To be honest, like what? Like 5 years now? Something like that. It served me well. It's actually like been good. But it's definitely it's nearing its end. Back on it, it's not like completely cooked or anything, it's just kind of low-key make my like low back and hips kind of feel like they're breaking, but I love the chair. Gotta love it. I go for a hit there usually. Say though, honestly, you could say Crystal Sage, but I would say Crystal Sage is a tad bit harder. Walnir is like the last, like really easy. After Walnir, it low-key kind of just that's just really nasty if you don't have that bonfire. After Walnir, it kind of just all starts to get just really nasty. There's a couple things here and there that are easy, but yeah, pretty much after Walnir, it just descends. The run just descends into chaos pretty much after Walnir. So. light dodge, the juke both, and then my amazing stamina management. Because I ran out of stamina. Amazing stamina management. So the way this area works, again, this is an optional area, but it's basically not optional. The way this area works is the stone upgrades, like from 1 to plus 1 to 10. That is the most important thing. It is absolutely nowhere near as close to sure. I might be getting sick here. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not 100% sure. Again, here, 2 luring salts. Instead of 1 homer bone, I'm gonna grab 2. 1 human pine, 1 fire.
Ashen.
What?
And then boom. Just like that. That's a
Pretty like that.
+7 weapon right there.
Well, very that take.
And then also 14. So basically,
Farewell,
this
Ashen
is
One, maiden.
probably in one shot. Every time we upgrade, it's a lot. But like that is a very big power up right there. Logan, I don't. Ooh, honestly, our most powerful one though might actually be just the first one. Straight up, that might be our most powerful one. It honestly might just be the first one. This is where the shit gets real. That is absolutely not the case. That happens probably 30%, like 1 in 3 times you probably are able to just outright kill it. I would say that boss is very, very difficult. And it can be very simple as well. If it does a very easy move at the start of the second phase, where you're able to kill it outright before it even starts the second phase, I would say that is a pretty easy boss. However, if you let it attacks in the second phase, you've got a nightmare on your hands. Okay, and the moves in the second phase are absolutely diabolical. Okay, no cap, no kizzy. The moves in the second phase are absolutely cooked. But yeah, like that's just, to be honest with you, like ain't no schlizzy thing. But y'all, that is the absolute worst boss. That has hit me the most amount of times, easily over probably every boss, maybe even combined. Dead ass. Okay, next boss we're on our list is the Sage. That's a pretty chill boss, I'm not gonna lie. Beacons is a little bit more, it's still kind of chill, just a little bit more cheesy. You can still get some really cheesy hits on you, but not too bad. I would say the absolute worst one is Soul Cinder though. I've only ever gotten to Soul Cinder one time. I think I've only ever gotten to Soul Cinder. Yeah, well, I've only ever gotten to Soul Cinder once. I was pretty close, I'm not gonna lie. I think I was about 70% of the way-ish through his first health bar. And I'm not gonna say his second phase is free, but it is significantly easier than his first phase. So I was pretty close to beating the game. I was literally like 99.5% of the way through the game. Pretty tilting, but not a big deal. Because I've gotten so used to it every day. terms of running areas, obviously, as you can tell, it's just been amped up like big time. Just some of the stuff you look at, like, you're just like, what? What the hell am I watching? That's kind of a feeling. Yeah. Okay, so just gonna grab a couple of things here to get doing the dancer to make the deacons. We're basically making every single boss in the game except for the last three. Dragon Slayer, Princes, and Cinder. We're basically making every single boss from here on out, except for those three bosses, easier. So, and we only have to do one boss to get access to this. So, like everyone played a lot of Dark Souls 3, in their mind, they would also know as well that this is just like doing this before Crystal Sage and Deacons is just a no-brainer. Because, to be honest, let's just be honest, nobody likes the Crystal Sage and Deacons. So, just making them easier. Alright, well, that's my one run for the day. So, yeah. I guess that's gas. For now, I guess. Damn. Well, it was a good try. It was a good try. Unfortunately, we kind of got clapped there. But again, as you can see there, the running areas kind of just amp up pretty fast there. So, alright, well, have a good day, everybody, and I'll see y'all later. Probably, maybe tomorrow. Alright.